Chaos. All right, I'll start back on my spiel. We'd like to also thank WDML, Mr. Ryan Roddy of WDML and Withers Broadcasting, broadcasting live here on the Marion County Fairgrounds. Also like to thank Bruce Kropp and WJBD for covering the Marion County Fair so extensive this whole week. Bruce puts in a lot of time and a lot of effort, and it is very, very appreciated. All right, are we ready? Let's see. Stu's going to sign everybody else up. Wilkins kids, are we ready out here? All right. For all the Power Wheels drivers, go ahead. We got our helmets on. Are we ready? All right. Help me count it down, everybody. Oh, wait a minute. We don't want to get Danny ran over down there or Brandon or anybody like that. All right. Watch out, Easleys. I want to count them down. In 5. Yeah, stay on this half of the track, guys, okay? Stay on this half of the track. All right? All right, crowd, help me count them down for these kids. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag, here they go. All right, kids, go ahead and hit that gas pedal. Oh, let's stay on this end down here, guys. It's a little rough down there. So Jason, will I run half of them? Okay, cool.
Friday, gonna spend the next couple days doing it my way, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's some pretty hard hitting out there tonight. These bigger classes are going to have a lot to live up to. These kids right here are putting on one heck of a show for us.
Let's see, did we get the raffle car thing figured out? Anybody know? No, I'll take off.
One minute warning. 1 minute left, kids. Make sure and go for that best of show. Not sure what it is, but by golly, see if you can get it.
Living the song of a rambling man, getting it done with my own two hands, putting some green in a coffee can. But when I'm gone, drinking my truck like a Cadillac, cranking it up in my cowboy hat, rolling and bumping to the man in black and singing along. I got my country on. I got my country on. Got my country on, yeah.
All right, red flag, red flag, red flag. All right, shut them down, kids. Shut them down. All right, let's all drive them over to the wall now, okay? Everybody drive it over to the wall. So we can, if you brought your own, I guess you can take it off the track. Or if you got a friend that wants to drive yours, that'd be neat too.
Hear that? That's Jeff Anderson. He's that guy in your neighborhood that's always making improvements to his house, his car, his yard. On your street, it's about keeping up with the Andersons. One thing you don't know is Jeff's tools are from Harbor Freight. Tools at great prices. That circular saw right there, you wouldn't believe the deal he got. Just think, when you're keeping up with the Andersons, you're saving money. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Spectrum One brings you seamless connection.
All right.
You won't be stressing with our asses down on those feet.
All right, so second heat will be from where Stu's standing all the way to the south end. And we'll let this one driver get over to the wall so she's not a sitting duck there.
Visit Spectrum.com/the1. Restrictions apply.
All right, second heat. Are you guys ready? Everybody good? All right, help me count them down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag, here we go.
Heart and soul, and I've earned a couple scars. I've lived once in a lifetime kind of things. Slide right out of my arms. I struck out, I've been knocked down more times than I can count. But that don't matter now. 'Cause when you smile, I see the sun sink down on the coast out of California. And there's no doubt because of you, I'm not the man I was before you. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, oh, 'cause girl, you know I'm not. But I'll love
Oh, we got one loose down on the north end.
everything I got. Girl, I
Let's try to stay down here, guys. Oh, man. Wow.
inside of me that no one else could find. Your good morning eyes, they give me
All right, let's try to stay down here with everybody else.
mine. 'Cause when you smile, I see the sun sink down on the coast out of California. And there's no doubt because of you, I'm not the man I was before you. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, oh, 'cause girl, you know I'm not. But I love you with everything I got. Girl, I give you my best shot.
All right, kid. Hey, let's stay down here where it's easier to drive on, guys. You get down there on the north end, not quite as smooth.
For the first time I knew I found amazing grace. It's like angels singing every time I hear your name. When you smile, I see the sun sink down on the coast out in California. And there's no doubt because of you, I'm not the man I was before you. When you smile, I see the sun sink down on the coast out of California. And there's no doubt because of you, I'm better than I was before you. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, oh, God knows I'm not. But I love you with everything I got. Girl, I give you my best shot. I'm gonna give you my best shot. I'm gonna give you.
Don't forget, folks, for those of you that are enjoying this, I believe this will be on there as well. This will be uploaded to Wabash Catch TV West tomorrow, hopefully. And this will be included on there. So if you want to see your little one riding, all right, red flag, red flag, red flag. Red flag, kids, hold on. Oh, red flag, red flag. All right, let's go Derby 101. Whenever I say red flag, that means everybody stops. Not just in Derbying either, that's just a way of life. If you hear somebody walking down the street and say red flag, just stop what you're doing.
Rise if I call you an angel. Ain't you one of them girls? I ask you to dance, you say no. Just to see how far I'll go. Your song comes on and your eyes close. That's when I know. Yeah.
All right, kids, hey, for those of you that are, when you're done riding, go ahead and take her over there to the wall in front of the grandstand.
I wanna do a shot now. Come on now.
When you're done riding, go ahead and bring them over to the grandstand side, park them up against the wall, and we'll bring on the next batch of young riders.
If you're one of them girls, 'cause I'm one of them boys, so trade his whole world, yeah, for one of them girls who likes to act all quiet.
All right, we got the next fresh batch of participants coming out.
Damn right, you're one of them girls, broke every heart in your hometown. On the day you rolled out, got 'em all wishing on stars now. If I found one of them girls that ain't trying to meet nobody, you're just here for the party. If I'm wrong, then stop me. You're one of them girls that ain't handing out your number.
All right, we'll get our next batch of riders out there, and we'll get those Power Wheels that have been brought to us by Hemi Power Wheels, I believe. I think Josh sold out, but I think it's still called Hemi Power Wheels, if I was informed correctly. I could be making all this up. That's just what I was told. Would like to thank everybody for coming out this evening. For those of you that enjoy the demo derbies, folks, there is a lot more in store. Not only do we have ours tonight, tomorrow night, just a few miles to the north up in Effingham County, Altamont will be hosting their demo derby. And then on Saturday, September 2nd, the Patoka Derby will be held. That's Labor Day weekend. There at Patoka, the Fall Festival. That's going to start at 6 o'clock. Tomorrow night we'll start up at Altamont at 5:30. Then Saturday, September 16th, start time of 2 o'clock over at Iuka Park, over in Iuka, Illinois. All right, Sid, Jace, you guys ready? All right, is the third batch ready for us? All right, folks, help me count them down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag, here we go.
If you wanna stay right here forever, I'll put my roots down. If you wanna pack up and hitch up a trailer, I'll forget this town. And if you wanna dance till the sun comes up, I'll put on my dancing shoes. Everywhere I wanna be is anywhere with you. If you're in a track on some back road, I could sure use a Sunday drive. If you're getting high in Colorado, and someone hand me a light. If you're in a church, I need a name, and if you're in a blue sky, then I need wings. And if you're in some downtown bar tonight, then I need a drink. Oh, baby, I need a drink. If you need a minute, then I'll take my sweet, sweet time. If your heart is broken,
Yes, sir.
baby, I'll just give you mine. If you feel low, I'll meet you at the bottom. I'll lay there with you.
We did it with the
If you ain't winning the game,
Yeah, it's already
then
done.
baby,
We'll get the
I
driver
ain't
to-
afraid to lose. If you're in a track,
No,
on some
no,
back
she was
road,
hoping we
I
had to do
could
another
sure
one. She
use
didn't
a
win.
Sunday drive. If you're getting high in Colorado, and someone hand me a light. If you're in a church, I need a name, and if you're in a blue sky, then I need wings. And if you're in some downtown bar tonight, then I need a drink. Oh, baby, I need a drink. If it gets too tough, holding the hard stuff, come put it on my plate. Ain't going nowhere, baby, I'm
right, red flag, red flag. All right, kids, go ahead and bring those up to the wall. All right, kids, go ahead and take those over to the wall. And we'll get ready for our next heat of Power Wheels. The kids are putting on a great show for us tonight, and we're sure we've got a great show in store for you here coming up with these big cars.
Yeah, life is what you make it. I might not end up in the Hall of Fame with a star on a sidewalk with my name, or a statue in my hometown when I'm gone.
All right, let's see what we got going now.
After me, it might not go down in history, but
all right, Stu, are we running them from you down now? Okay. All right, from Stu down to the wall, you guys are going to go now, okay? And then we'll do some more in a little bit. All right, help me count them down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag. Here we go, kids.
For a good time call, I'm a local legend on a Friday night in a Pabst Blue Ribbon neon light. I might not end up in the Hall of Fame with a star on a sidewalk with my name, or a statue in my hometown when I'm gone. Nobody gonna name their babies after me. It might not go down in history, but I'll go down to the honky tonk. I go down to the honky tonk. I go down to the honky tonk. I go down. I go down to the honky tonk. I go down to the honky tonk. I go down to the honky tonk. I go down. I go down to the honky tonk. Let's go. Come on. I might not end up in the Hall of Fame with a star on a sidewalk with my name, or a statue in my hometown when I'm gone. Nobody gonna name their babies after me. It might not go down in history, but I'll go down to the honky tonk. I go down to the honky tonk. I go down to the honky tonk. I go down. I go down to the honky tonk. I go down to the honky tonk. I go down to the honky tonk. I go down. I go down to the honky tonk.
One minute to go, kids. Be sure and put on a show.
Weak knees in a CVS, door locked in the bathroom. What's it gonna be waiting on that test? Never thought that they'd be putting those life plans on the shelf. A couple American babies raising one up theirself. One beer turns into a lit cigarette, burning into a 2-beer buzz. 3 beers turns into 5 and 6, then a love drunk kiss in the back of that truck. Just like that, everything rearranges. Life changes out of the blue. It's just a Bud Light, but ain't it funny what one beer can turn into? Sesame Street on the TV, a race car rolling on a cardboard bridge, crayon stick figure family stuck right there front center on the fridge. Flashback to 2 paint lines, a whole bunch of praying and doubting. Felt like the end of the world now, the world don't spin without it. All 'cause one beer turns into a lit cigarette, burning into a 2-beer buzz. 3 beers turns into 5 and 6, then a love drunk kiss in the back of that truck.
All right, red flag, kids. Red flag, red flag. All right. Hey, excellent job. You guys were learning. That last group didn't want to stop on a red flag, but you guys did a very good job. Now pull your rigs over there next to the wall. And we'll put them over there and park them and see if there's anybody else. Yeah, we got a few more we're still wanting to ride. If there's anybody in the grandstand, between the ages of 5 and 9 that want to ride, go ahead and come on down. We'll get you in here.
The whole thing started with some alcohol. One beer turns into a lit cigarette, burning into a 2-beer buzz. 3 beers turns into 5 and 6, then a love drunk kiss in the back of that truck. Just like that, everything rearranges. Life changes out of the blue. It's just a Bud Light, but ain't it funny what one beer can turn into? Boy, you're a girl and 3.
I have been notified we do have a winner in the raffle car. His name is Chris Pinn. Crispin, if you don't put a pause in there. Chris Pinn. Chris, and then Pinn, like Penn State. All right, let's see. Caitlin, did you guys want to run? We got a couple cars open if you guys want to run. Sorry, Ivan, there's a derby over here. All right, Stu, I got a couple queens that would like to get in on this. Huh? Last one? Last call. Last call, kids. We got a couple open there in the middle, kids. For those of you down on the south end that are trying to pile, look like me back in high school, trying to pile 4 guys in a truck. All right, we gonna run all these guys together, I assume. All right, that's perfect. I'm just killing time. We still got cars inspected. All right, is everybody ready? All right, folks, this is going to be your last Power Wheel heat. All right, help me count them down. We got one open there, Zach. You want that one? You want it? It's yours if you want it, bud. All right, help me count them down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag. Here we go. Oh, we got our queens out there. Not sure how Queen Caitlin is maneuvering that. Holy cow, and they are not taking it easy on our queen. Man, I'm going to have to go back to my notes and make sure we have the first runner-up on standby if these kids don't let up. And now there's queen-on-queen violence. Holy cow. That kid's running nitrous over there, I think. Has he got a modified bumper on the front of that? He's got a pointy. Holy cow, he's trying to take out a tire. I'd like to thank Jimmy Fothery for coming out, bringing some racing fuel. Appreciate it. Our queens are going to go try to make their way down to the north end of the track, get away from all these. And they are like a flame with a bunch of moths to them. These kids are just going after them. You are a target, Queen Caitlin. Holy cow. Watch him. He's got them modified bumpers. Queen Aubrey going nose to nose. All right, hey guys, let's stay down here on the south end. Queen Caitlin got herself in a pretzel position there. Like she's playing Twister on on a Power Wheel. All right, red flag, kids. Red flag, red flag. All right, attention in the pits. Attention in the pits. Dotsons, Levi, Brandon, where'd you guys go? Levi and Brandon, hey, Roger needs to talk to you guys about something. He's over at the inspection. Need to talk to Levi and Brandon Dotson. Please go find Roger Hunter over by the inspection tent. All right, let's have a big round of applause for all of our Power Wheel drivers. All right, kids, let's go ahead. Kids and queens. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and drive them off down there on the south end.
Sometimes like you should, you wouldn't waste your time, probably like you would just about a year ago, when you were young, dumb and broke. Gotta take the chances that
What's up, dude? Hey, what kind of time frame? Let me know. I still got an anthem to do. We'll do some talking. Do you need the queens down there? Okay, I'll send them that way. It looks like they're coming this way. All right, folks, we still got a few cars that are going down there, going to get inspected. We're going to bring the water out, water the track, the old honey wagon. We dig this thing out once a year. It's in use the rest 51 weeks of the year. We rinse it out 2 or 3 times, so it's okay. We'll get the track watered, and then we'll do the anthem, and we'll get underway here in just a little bit, folks. Like I said, they still got a few cars that they're going through inspections. I don't know if you noticed. We do have a lift here this year. I'd like to thank, I think it was Mr. Ulmer for that. We appreciate him bringing the lift. They've got scopes. So they're going through things with a fine-tooth comb. Want to make sure everything's on a regulated playing field. We got our queens going up there on the north end. We got a lot to do here in a short amount of time. You just wait. Don't forget, folks. Whoop. Gotcha. Yep. All right, once again, attention in the pits. Attention in the pits. Guys, if you went through the line once and they told you to cut, you need to make your way back right now. You got 10 minutes to get your car back there and get re-inspected. All right, we need you in line. We're running behind. These people don't want to wait. So if you had to cut, get it cut, put her in line so we can get this going, okay? Thank you for your cooperation. All right, while we water the track, let me tell you about some of our stuff going on around here, folks. I'd like to thank the Marion County Sheriff's Department. I saw Sheriff Cripps, some of his trusted deputies here on grounds. We'd like to thank them for being around this evening. It's much appreciated. We'd like to thank the Salem Fire Department. We got them up on the north end. And I'm not sure if there's other fire departments here, but if there is, we sure do thank them all. We'd like to thank United Medical. We got a couple of them down on the south end. And we thank United Medical for being around. Don't forget, folks, hey, we're hoping to put on a good show for you tonight. Tomorrow night, will be the last night of the Marion County Fair. We'll end things with the tractor pull. Tractor pull will start tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
There's a woman at a table, keeps looking at her phone, and the fellow sitting with her looks like he'd rather be alone. They're hanging on by a thread, and that thread's about to go.
Okay.
This might not need to be said, but I just want to let you know.
All right, tractor pull tomorrow night.
Let you go, baby, I don't want to know what it's like.
Ivan, you good on water or you want a little more? You're good? Okay.
People break up, fall in and out of love.
All right, don't forget in the pits. Guys, if you had to cut, please start making your way back to the inspection tent so they can re-inspect you. I see plenty of cars going that way, and I sure do appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? At this time, I would like for everyone to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps. The flag is in on the infield, up on the north end of the infield grandstand. I present to you Miss Allison Murphy. She's a recent SCHS graduate, will be attending SEMO. She's 18 years old. Folks, she's good.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I told you, she's good, man. Allison Murphy, what an excellent job that was. And God bless the USA. I think the birds stopped chirping when that happened, man. I looked, there was people out there walking in from their cars, and they stopped. I mean, it was, God, proud to be an American, I'm here to tell you. All right, let's see, what do we got? We got some royalty floating in on the north end, right? We got the Dotson brothers going to bring in the Queens. Do what? All right, we'll bring the Queens in. Hey, we're going to have a driver's meeting in 10 minutes right behind me. Driver's meeting in 10 minutes right behind me. All right, folks, at this time, if you could focus your attention to the north end of the track, I have a couple special visitors here. Ladies and gentlemen, I first present to you the 2023 Miss Marion County, Miss Caitlin Banning. What's the queen's name? Aubrey. I'm doing all this from memory, so I'll see what I can do. Caitlin is a graduate from Salem Community High School. She is currently attending SEMO, maybe? I don't know. It's all from memory. Mizzou. I'm sorry. She's going over to Mizzou. She's going to be some words that it's hard for me to pronounce. I mean, she's going to be something, folks. Just keep an eye on her. That's your 2023 Miss Marion County. She's followed by Aubrey Landreth. That's your 2023 Junior Miss Marion County. She hails out of Patoka, Illinois. Aubrey's going to be in the 8th grade this year, if I remember correctly. These two young ladies did an excellent job outlasting their opponents this week. Caitlin had 9 other girls. Aubrey had 14 other girls in each of their pageants. They were an absolute treasure to work with. I'm not just saying that either. We always luck out and have some of the best queens that you ever meet. And once again, we've got a couple of them. All right, at this time, I want everybody to wave at the queen. She's going to take a selfie with everybody, so wave at her. Oh, it's always good there. Aubrey, look at your dad. Now, everybody in the background, wave at Aubrey's dad over here in front of me. Oh, it's not your dad. Wave at this gentleman here in front of me, and you'll be in the background. Sorry. No, I was riffing there. All right. Sorry, Aubrey. I'm just trying to get through here. Papa, that's her papa. I'm sorry. But ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for our Marion County royalty, Miss Caitlin Banning and Miss Aubrey Landreth. All right, looks like we still got a few cars left to inspect, folks. Hey, it's taking a little time, but hey, they're making sure they're building to the rules. That way, everybody's on a level playing field. But hey, let's recap the fair. This is the next to last night. We've got tonight and then tomorrow night with the big tractor pull. We started things off a little bit wet this year with the motocross getting rained out. We had a lot of riders show up, but that big storm blew in and it just wasn't feasible or safe for our riders to ride that night. The next night, all right, drivers meeting right behind me right now. Drivers meeting right behind me, right here at the back of the line for Mel's Carousel in the infield. Drivers meeting right behind the announcer's booth. All drivers need to be present. But Sunday night we had Dale Jones here, and that guy, you think I'm funny. That guy, he was good. I enjoyed that show. Monday night we had a tractor pull. It was a good show as always. Tuesday night, once again, Queen Caitlin was here, and all of her contestants put on a great show as well. Wednesday night, we had the big Whippoorwill Rodeo. We had a great crowd on hand for that, and Cowboys doing cowboy stuff in the rain this year for a little added bonus. And then last night, Queen Aubrey and all of her fellow contestants put on a great pageant. Then tonight, we hope to have a lot of fun here tonight. All right, hey, I'll tell you what, before we do get things started, all right, guys over here in the infield, over there, look down, okay, guy in the white shirt in the infield, yeah. What's that sign that you're leaning on? What's that say? It says don't stand there. All right, that's an emergency exit, guys, so we want to make sure and have that clear in case the nice folks in the stands want to be able to get out. So anybody from that sign on over, you guys are going to need to move, okay? Just want to make sure we have that clear so people can get in and out of there, okay? So make sure and don't stand in front of the sign that says don't stand here. I love it every year. Every year. I like it later on in the night when I know them by name and I go call them out in front of all you folks. But we got a driver's meeting going on back here. So I'm going to go radio All right, folks. You know how we roll. I'm trying to figure it out here. We're going to have multiple classes. We're going to have a minivan class. Don't know if you guys have ever seen a minivan derby, but it's a lot of fun. We're going to have a modified class. These bigger cars have a little more done to them than some of the others. We'll have a gut and go mini class. These cars, they're the compact, smaller cars, don't have quite as much work done. We'll have a light weld mini class, and then we'll top things off with the 80s and newer class. So we got a few classes tonight, and we'll see how things shape out. Things are still updating for me, so just bear with me. Okay. All right, is Roger done? Are you guys done inspecting up there, Tom? Are they done inspecting everything? All right, let's go ahead and bring the minivans down. So minivan class, let's go ahead and bring them down, guys. It's the gut and go minivan class. Looks like we're going to have 3 drivers in the minivan class. This class is an up-and-coming class. Guys, if you're looking to get into the Derby class, this would be a great class to get into. But if you do, you got to go up against guys like Chris C. out of Kimmundy, Illinois, Andy Diss out of Elma, and Travis Stevens out of McLeansboro, Illinois. Now, if you're a frequent flyer of the Marion County Derby, you might recognize all those names. They have each made it to a feature heat at this very track. So, maybe not in the minivan class, but they have made it in the big car class, I know for a fact. These are good old boys. So we're looking for 3 minivans. Chris C. in the number 71, old C Dog out there. Andy Diss in the number 67. And Travis Stevens in the T14. If memory serves me correctly, I want to say Travis, I don't know if he might have won the fall brawl last year in one of those classes, if I remember right. It's hard to keep everything straight, but I do try. But once again, folks, we'll run a minivan class, then we'll bring out the hard cars. We'll bring out the modifieds. And then we'll run the Gut and Go minis. The Gut and Go will feature the raffle car, driven by Chris Penn, the winner of our raffle car drawing. Then we'll have the light weld compacts. And then the 80s and newer. All right, minivans, go ahead and bring them to the track, boys. Minivan class, I see. It's like we've got all the inspected cars out there on the north end of the track. We've also got a bunch of firemen's vehicles, so hopefully we don't get those mixed up. Got a big track. Maybe next time we'll put them on the other side of the stage. All right, minivan class, go ahead and bring them to the track, fellas. Looking for Chris C. I'm hollering. Chris C. What'd I do with my stuff here? Chris C., Andy Diss, Travis Stevens. Go ahead and bring him to the track. Here comes the C. No, that's not C Dog. I believe that's Andy Diss there in the 67. hailing out of Alma, Illinois. He's followed, I believe they're related, by Chris C. and the number 71, the old Sea Dog. Got the big exhaust coming out of the top. Just being able to show off for the ladies there. And then coming all the way up from McLeansboro, Illinois, Travis Stevens in the T24. At least that is Travis, isn't it? I can't see a number. I just want to make sure. All right, Ivan, you ready? All right, Roger, Milo, you guys ready? Who we got on the north end? Judd, you good? Tommy, you good? All right, folks. Crowd, help me count it down. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Green flag, here we go. Chris C. putting a big shot there on Travis Stevens. Andy Diss going after him in the 67. Diss in the 67, trying to head off Stevens there in the T24. Here comes Chris C. He's lining them up, trying to eat, and both of them go front and back. He goes in between. Big shot there by Andy Diss. Chris C. coming around there. Chris C. got C going around there. They're doing a little figure eights. It looks like the IGA parking lot on a Saturday morning. Stevens going after the front tire of Andy Diss, trying to knock that out of commission. Diss in that 67, C in the 71. Stevens in the blue T24. Stevens looks out, he's having a hard time getting things going. Puts her in one gear and then tries to put her in another. You got antifreeze spewing out the front. Can't get, just trying to get it in any kind of gear, whether it's front or back. Chris C. trying to drive on top of him. C drives off of there. Stevens trying to get it. He's going to break off and get third place. And we're down to C and Diss, two of Marion County's finest. Chris C in the 71 lining up Andy Diss. He puts a big shot on him, going back to back in front of the grandstand. Once again, folks in the infield, guys in the infield standing in front of the sign that says don't stand in front of the sign, please move. Zach, move everybody out of the way. You guys can't stand there, okay? Everybody. All right. Chris C on the clock in the 71. Andy Diss in the 67, trying to get her spun around there. Andy Diss lining him up, puts a hit there on the back end. Chris C on the clock in that number 71. Takes a hit from Andy Diss, and that's number 67. Diss out of Alma, Illinois. C out of Kim Monday. C breaks off, and that's going to be your winner. First place goes to Andy Diss. Second place goes to Chris C. Third place to Austin Stevens, or Travis Stevens.
They sent you a strawberry shake-up, babe.
Do what, honey?
They sent you a strawberry shake-up.
Oh, bless their heart. Big round of applause goes out there to the Sea Dog, Chris C. Andy Diss in the number 67. And Travis Stevens in the T24.
Okay, I was going to try to help you.
I appreciate it. anything that's going on. I think it's because Caitlin's kind of in charge. All right, we'd like to thank, what we got here, Favic Caterpillar here for donating some machinery. We'd also like to thank Wilkins Farms for bringing some machinery out, along with Walsh Farms, Nature's Acres. Trying to remember who else we got here. We got all kinds of it. It is very, very appreciated. All right, hey, once again, for all you guys standing over here where you're not supposed to stand, please don't stand there. All right, hey, white shirt guy, once again, hey, get those people behind you to move. Tell them to just point up here at me. Say, hey, look at the announcer's booth. Hey, you guys look, hey, up here. Hey, move. You guys can't stand there, okay? You guys cannot stand behind the sign that says don't stand by the sign. All right? There we go. Thank you. Because we get people clogged up and then they can't get to Mel's Carousel here in the infield, and that's when the fights start. Now, we don't want that. We want everybody to have a clear shot to Mel's Carousel in the infield. So our next heat, once we get this cleared off, will be the modified heat. The modified class. These cars are, they got a little more build to them. Let's see if I can figure out who's all in this one. We're going to have Brandon Easley out of Salem, Illinois. Trevor Jackson out of McLeansboro. Devin Vanderveer out of Salem, Illinois. Jason Bowen out of Farina. Bryson Moore out of Odin, Illinois. And Justin Patton out of Sandoval. Justin running with the big cars again. Justin ran last fall in the fall brawl. Brought his modified Mini up here. And took home third place. Put on a heck of a show. If you guys missed that last fall, I believe on Wabash Catch TV West, it's on there. And that was a good show. Stay tuned. We may be having another one of those this fall. Stay tuned to the Marion County Agricultural Fair website, or Facebook page, I should say. We're going to bring a little more water here on the track with these modifieds. These guys get a little bit better traction. They're a little heavier. We don't want them to get real hurt. We just want them to feel a little sore in the morning. Once again, I have people ask every year, is that all that honey wagon is used for? No, folks. It's used 51 weeks out of the year to haul what it hauls, and we clean it out real good on Saturday, and then we use it all fair week. So, hey, keeps the dust down, you know. And we'll go around one more time and get that center stripe. I'd like to thank everybody in the pit side for not standing where it says don't stand. I appreciate that. Hey, I'll give credit where credit's due, man. If I'm going to call you out for standing there when you shouldn't, I'll thank you for not standing there when you shouldn't. All right, we'll get the water off and we'll get the modified class out here. Mods, go ahead and bring them to the track. Modified class, let's go ahead and bring them to the track, boys. We're looking for 6 drivers in this class. Brandon Easley out of Salem, Illinois. Trevor Jackson out of McLeansboro. Devin Vanderveer out of Salem. Jason Bowen out of Farina. Bryson Moore out of Odin. And Justin Patton out of Sandoval, Illinois. So you got 2 Salem boys. You got one from Odin, one from Sandoval, one from Farina, and one from McLeansboro. This ought to be a pretty good heat. These guys, no stranger to the Derby scene. Daniel Aaron. Where's he at? Daniel Aaron. Where's Daniel at? Hey, you need to move your truck. Somebody just came up and said you're blocking somebody. And Brandon Easley in the 197 out of Salem, Illinois. There's Trevor Jackson coming all the way from Hamilton County out of McLeansboro, Illinois. Trevor Jackson was your champion last year at the Fall Brawl, if I remember correctly. Coming down on the north end. Wait a minute. Oh, that's Devin Vanderveer in the 413. There's the 343, Jason Bowen out of Farina, Illinois. Coming here on the north end, Bryson Moore out of Odin, Illinois. Boy, these boys are lining up in one heck of a formation here. Jackson going to go down there with Easley. All right, I'm looking for a little guidance. Is Justin Patton running with this class? Because I've got him down as he is. No? Where's Justin at? I just want to make sure I'm trying to get some kind of verification. Is Justin Patton running with this class? You not running this one? Okay, just wanted to make sure, buddy. I had you down. All right, Ivan, we got 5 cars. This is what I want. All right, folks, help me count them down. In 5, 4, 3. Green flag, here we go. Green flag, here we go. Coming from the north end, here comes Travis Stevens and Brandon Easley. Here we go, folks. Travis Stevens. Woo, he's just putting the hammer down, putting Bryson Moore up on the wall. Easley trying to put. Woohoo! Here comes Vanderveer. He puts a hit there on Jason Bowen. Then Bowen takes a shot from Brandon Easley. Easley in the 197, Bowen in the 343, Vanderveer in the 413, Bryson Moore in the 63, Travis Stevens in the T22. All the action down on the south end. Stevens up on the trunk there of Bryson Moore trying to get off. Stevens going to need a little help from somebody else. As Moore trying to push Easley down on the wall. Stevens says, hit me hard, dadgummit. I need off of here. He says, don't let up, hit me. Big shot there from Bowen on Moore. Moore and Stevens still hung up on each other. Bryson Moore takes a shot from each side, and Bowen puts a shot there on Stevens. Stevens hung up pretty hard, and he looks over at Brandon Easley. He says, just knock the heck out of me, man. I need hit and hit hard. Easley says, I'll try to help you out, brother, but you're hung up pretty good there on the trunk of Bryson Moore. Stevens trying to drive off of it, and he just can't. Whoa, he's trying to get off of there, and he gets free. Travis Stevens in that T22 out of McLeansboro, Illinois. Trying to get free. Bryson Moore breaks off. We're down to 4 cars. Down to 4 out of 5. Devin Vanderveer in the 413. Travis Stevens in the T22. Brandon Easley in the 197. Bowen takes a big shot from Travis Stevens in that 222. Bowen trying to get around, trying to get a shot on Easley. Couldn't quite get to him. Stevens winds up, puts a big shot there on Jason Bowen. So does Devin Vanderveer. Easley puts a shot there on Devin. Bowen takes a shot from Stevens. Bowen takes another shot from Travis Stevens. Trevor Jackson. Keep calling him Stevens, and I apologize. That's Trevor Jackson in the T22. Trevor Jackson trying to get over to Bowen. Jason Bowen up on the wall, trying to get out of the way. Here comes Devin Vanderveer. Vanderveer puts a big shot, breaks his stick off. Bowen's still alive, just lost his stick. Bowen there in that 343, still alive car, even though he lost his stick over here on the infield side. Takes a big shot there from Devin Vanderveer in the 343. He's lining up. Here comes Trevor Jackson. He puts a shot there, crushes them. He breaks off. All right, Bowen is broke off. We're down to 3 cars. We're down to 3 cars. Brandon Easley in the 197. Devin Vanderveer in the 413. Trevor Jackson in the T22. You got 2 boys from Marion County, 1 boy from Hamilton County. Vanderveer and Easley from Marion County. Jackson from Hamilton. Vanderveer trying to get a shot on Jackson, trying to put him up on the wall in front of the grandstand. Easley in that 197, trying to put a shot over here on Vanderveer, see if he can get him hung up on the wall. Vanderveer gets spun around. Trevor Jackson breaks off. He's going to get 3rd place. Trevor Jackson gets 3rd. We're down to 2 Marion County boys. You've got Brandon Easley in the 197. Devin Vanderveer in the 413. Yes, he got 3rd. Easley trying to get Vanderveer up there on the north end. Easley spins it around, does a little donut, trying to get to him. Devin gets out of the way. Vanderveer hailing out of Salem, and Brandon Easley hailing out of Salem. Got 2 Salem boys going for the championship here at the 2023 Marion County Modified Heat. Easley trying to spin around, runs into the wall over there. Doing a little do-si-do. A lot of strategy coming into play here. Nobody wanting to give up the positioning. Vanderveer in the 413, Easley in the 197. Both of these guys have been running for a long time here at the Marion County Fair. Easley been running, heck, I bet Brandon's been running at least 10 years now. I don't know. The years are catching up with me. Devin been running. They got Vanderveer up on the wall. Easley going to make a live hit. Devin trying to get off of there. Devin Vanderveer in that 413 gets off of the wall freely. Brandon Easley going to try to put him back up there. Vanderveer in the 413 trying to get her fired. Easley making the last hit in the 197. He goes spinning around, see if he can come around there and make some more, make it another big hit. Here we go, Brandon Easley. Going to make a legal hit. So now Devin Vanderveer on the clock. He's going to break off, and that's going to be it. Brandon Easley out of Salem, Illinois, going to get first place. Second place out of Salem, Illinois, going to go to Devin Vanderveer in the 343. Third place in the T22 is going to go to Trevor Jackson out of McLeansboro, Illinois. All right, guys. Hey, once again over here. Hey, coffees, guys. Make sure and clear out so everybody can get out of there. We've got to keep the emergency exit open. All right. Make sure there's a flow of traffic. And we got to make sure everybody can get to Mel's Carousel. All right, hey guys. Make sure. Hey, LeBron James. Hey guys. Hey, tell them to look at me. Right there. These guys that are standing in the way. Hey, kids, up here, move out the way so people can get through here, all right? We'll do this all night. We'll do it all night. All right. Got to make sure everybody can get to Mel's Carousel in the infield. All right, hey, license plate CA362997. Your lights are on. It's a derby. We'll have jumper cables, but it's just a lot easier if you just turn your lights off. That is CA36297. Your lights are on. Thank you. Shoo. All right. Well, we're, hey, when the boys hit as hard as they've been hitting, it don't take long to get through a heat. I mean, these guys are putting on a show here. I know a lot of people, not just in Marion County, all over, like, man, derbies aren't like they used to be when we were kids. No, they're not. Heck, 25, 30 years ago, you can go buy a car for $100, work on it under a shade tree for a weekend, you got a derby car. Now it's a little more expensive. These boys, we got a gut and go class coming up next that I'm very confident a lot of you folks out there could put together a gut and go car and have one out here next year at the Marion County Fair. And we would love to see it. We would love to see anybody. That the gut and go class, not quite as much welding or any other stuff involved. Let's see, it's also going to feature the raffle car of Chris Penn. Let's see here, gut and go compact. We're going to have a bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we'll have 10 of the gut and goes, including the raffle car. So we'll see how that goes. But once again, folks, hey, I understand derbying is a very expensive hobby. I don't do it, but I talk to a lot of these guys out here that do it, and it is very, very pricey if you want to do it correctly. This gut and go class, hey, if you guys want to go back to old school, get you a gut and go car, bring it out to the Marion County Fair next year. It's going to be awesome. All right, so gut and go mini class. Go ahead and bring them to the track, please. Gut and go compacts. We're looking for guys like Chris Penn in the raffle car, Paul Reed out of Laclede, Illinois, Colton Shoemaker, Eric Smith, Josh Patton out of Centralia, Caden Schaefer out of Sandoval, Blaine Phillips out of Iuka, Hayden Patton out of Centralia, Austin Rowcliffe out of Centralia, So, hey, man, we're going to have a pretty good show here of the Gut and Go guys. All right, now these cars, since they are Gut and Go, they're not modified like the others. They're probably going to do a lot more bending. So we'll see how that goes. They don't have the souped up. They can creep in on me here. There's Paul Reed in the R30. There's the 6694 of Eric Smith out of Salem, Illinois. Paul Reed coming to us from Laclede. Gut and Go mini class. Go ahead and bring him to the track, fellas. We got Paul Reed in the R30. Eric Smith in the 6694. Comes the C45, Colton Shoemaker. I think I'm looking for 9 cars, maybe 10. I'm not sure on one of them. Here comes the 508. That's a Patton. That's Hayden Patton out of Centralia, Illinois. In front of him, that's 524 Josh Patton out of Central City, Illinois. Here comes the raffle car, Chris Penn. Folks, that could have been you right there, Chris Penn. Let's see. He's going to be number 26C. There's the P66 car of Blaine Phillips out of Iuka, Illinois. Justin. So I'm looking for Caden Schaefer out there in the 68-12. Austin Rowcliffe. I think I'm looking for Caden Schaefer and Austin Rowcliffe. Is that right? I'm just reading what's in front of me because I'm Ron Burgundy. So, 6812 Junior. I don't see that car out there. That's who I'm looking for. I'm also looking for 925. Is that correct? You guys got any movement up there? Cars should be on the track. I figured it would make this a lot easier. Anybody up there? On my thing, I'm looking for Caden Schaefer in the 6812 Junior and Austin Rowcliffe in the 925. Are they running this class or are they running the other class? You guys are in Weld? Both of you? Okay. All right. This is it, Ivan. The other two are in another class. All right, folks. Help me count them down. Wait a minute. I got all my flaggers in position. Judd's there. Roger's here. Tommy's there. Milo's here. Ivan's there. All right, here we go, guys. Help me count them down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag. There's a big hit by Chris Penn down there on the south end on Josh Patton in the raffle car. Here comes Eric Smith in the 66-94. Eric Smith with a big shot there on Hayden Patton. Paul Reed in that R30. Here comes Eric Smith. He's lining up Hayden Patton. He puts a big shot in front of the grandstand. Colton Shoemaker in the 644. There comes Chris Penn. There, the raffle car winner. Here comes Josh Patton in the 524 on the north end. Big shot by Josh Patton. Josh Patton hailing out of Central City, Illinois. Paul Reed winds up there. Patton takes a shot from Colton Shoemaker up there on the north end. Josh Patton in the 524. Hayden Patton takes a big hit there from Eric Smith in the 60s. Red flag! Red flag! Red flag! Red flag on the south end! Give me a red flag! Red flag! Shut her down, boys! Shut her down! Red flag! Oh, that's right. Yeah, I got that to use too. But I froze. Eric, are you all right? Do you have gas? All right, I thought he had gas. All right, somebody just pulled his finger. Okay, here we go. Are we good? All right, red flag, red flag, red flag. Oh, green flag, green flag, green flag. Hayden Patton takes a big shot from Chris Penn. Oh, Chris Penn puts a big shot there on Eric Smith. Shoemaker puts a shot there on Hayden Patton. Paul Reed in front of the grandstand on the clock. Josh Patton on the north end, I think he's on the clock as well. Hayden Patton in the 508 takes a shot there from the P66. He breaks off and then takes a shot from Colton Shoemaker. So both Pattons break off, and we're down to 4 live cars and 1 on the clock. Paul Reed on the clock over there in front of the grandstand. Chris Penn in the raffle car here in the 26C. Eric Smith in the 66. Penn's going to break off. We're down to 3 live cars. Reed's still on the clock in front of the grandstand. So you got Eric Smith in the 66-94. You going on the north end. Hold on, folks. Here comes C45 of Colton Shoemaker as well. So Paul Reed breaks off. He's going to get 4th. We're down to 3 live cars. Shoemaker in the C45. Smith in the 66-94. P66 is Blaine Phillips out of Iuka, Illinois. Eric Smith, big hit there on Colton Shoemaker. Both of them going back to back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we got a red flag, red flag, red flag. Oh, Blaine, hold up, red flag. Eric takes a big shot. He says, I'll just break that one off there, boys. Eric Smith going to get 3rd place. Heck of a run, man. What a hit that was. Eric Smith, ladies and gentlemen. Eric hailing out of Salem, Illinois. So we got Shoemaker and Blaine Phillips still alive. Shoemaker, I apologize. Shoemaker. My bad. Colton Shoemaker and Blaine Phillips still alive. All right, green flag, here we go. Colton Shoemaker says, hey, give me a hit, I'm stuck. Eric Smith hit me so hard we may be welded together. He's trying to get out of there. Shoemaker trying to get alive. He's got a big crowd behind him trying to get it over there. Blaine Phillips trying to push him off of there so they can go at it and have fun with it. Blaine backs up. There we go. All right. Shoemaker and Phillips. You got to line them up, boys. You got to line them up. Here we go. Shoemaker gonna takes a shot from Blaine Phillips in that P66. Phillips trying to say, if you're going to use your back end, I'll use mine. Thought we might go head to head, but we might save that for later. Looks like Phillips has blown his front passenger tire. Gonna try to burn that off so he can go. Shoemaker puts a shot on him. Phillips trying to get her going. As we see here on the pit side, now you'll see on the grandstand side, he has no front passenger tire. He might go to Salem Tire Center tomorrow and get that fixed. Shoemaker trying to get it. Phillips trying to get it turned so he doesn't get him in there. He says, wait a minute, he's getting too close to that wall. Phillips trying to get anything he can, trying to burn that tire off over there. If he burns the tire off, he might actually have more traction with the rim. Schumacher puts a good shot on Phillips, and Phillips goes down on the south end, trying to turn it around. Phillips going to go down to the north end now, trying to get his, if he stops, he loses all momentum because of that flat front tire. Blaine trying to get her spun around there. Shoemaker puts a hit there on him. Here they go. Shoemaker putting a hit there on Phillips. Phillips trying to get it going. As you can see there in the grandstand, that front tire flat as a pancake. Both these guys said, come on, let's go, man. Shoemaker getting backed up. Phillips trying to get some momentum going there. So he gets spun around down on the south end. Shoemaker trying to get around, spin that rear end around. Takes a shot in the rear from Phillips. Phillips in the P66 out of Iuka, Illinois. Shoemaker out of Salem. Both Marion County boys here putting on a show for everyone in attendance tonight. Good shot there by Colton Shoemaker. Blaine Phillips trying to get off of that wall. He doesn't want to be a sitting duck for Blaine to get at him. Blaine trying to push him up there. Or Colton trying to push him up there, and Blaine says, Good strategic driving. Let's go head to head. Let's line them up. You go that way, Colton. Blaine, you go that way, and we'll give this crowd something to cheer about. Hey, line them up, Colton. You go to that end. You go to the north end. He's going to go to the south end, and by golly, we'll meet in the middle. This is what the crowd wants to see. Yeah. All right, boys, let's go. Oh, big shot there by Colton Shoemaker. Blaine Phillips says, yeah, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Get a little more head of steam this time, Colton. Phillips going to break off. Excellent show there, boys. Woo! Good. Hey, what'd y'all think of the gut and go class now? That was a good show right there, boys. Fourth place goes to Paul Reed in the R30. Third place goes to the 6694, Eric Smith. Second place goes to the P66, Blaine Phillips out of Iuka, Illinois. First place goes to the C45, Colton Shoemaker out of Salem. Let's have a big round of applause for this entire gut and go class, man. Excellent job, everybody out there. And hey, congratulations to Chris Penn. Folks, that could have been any one of you out there. He won that raffle. Hey, we'll probably do that again, so wait till next year, and then you can show us how it's done. 6694? Okay. Vanderveer? Oh. Okay. All righty, folks, in the gut and go class, your best to show goes to 6694, Eric Smith. Also, in the class before, in the modified class, your best to show goes to 413, Devin Vanderveer. Roger. Hey, why don't you tell Ivan to give me like 10 or 15 minutes before we start this next meeting so I can get people to go get something to eat. It's 8 o'clock, we'll get 2 minutes left. All right, folks, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get these cars cleared off. We're going to take a brief intermission, guys. Hey, right now would be the opportune time to go get you some fabulous fair food. Guys, I've said it once, I'll say it again. The Elks Lodge here in Salem, their pork tenderloin sandwich, holy cow, it is amazing. It's at the bottom of the stairs there at the grandstand. Just tell them I sent you. Yeah. It is good stuff there. If you don't want to wait in line there, maybe you'll wait in line at Mel's Carousel. We've got them on the infield. We've got hamburgers. We got funnel cakes. We got shake-ups. We got pulled pork nachos. We've also got that on the north end of the grandstand. Folks, Mel's Carousel, north end of the grandstand, strawberry shake-up, pulled pork nachos. Just telling you what the Josh special, and that's what they'll give you. Pulled pork nachos and a strawberry shake-up. Hey, maybe you don't want... Over there? Over there or over here? Hey, AJ's Ice Cream out there. Best homemade ice cream around these days, folks. Check that out. Hey, also, we're going to have 10 minutes here or more. You might want to go sing a karaoke song. We've got that on the free stage out there. We might do that closer to the end of the break because some of you might run those people that are out there back into their seats. So that'll be cool. Hey, now, if you're looking for an exchange student, hey, what better place to come to find one than the Marion County Demo Derby? Right down there at the bottom of the stairs, right across the stairs from the Elks, Marcy Fothering is signing people up for exchange students. They've got over 100 kids that they need to place in this area. If anybody here is interested in that, go check out Marcy. Like I said earlier, I've talked to Coach Green. I've talked to Coach Colclaser. If you can find a 7-footer that can handle the ball, Coach Colclaser can't legally help you out, but he might buy you a hamburger somewhere. Coach Green says if you got maybe a guy that can run the 40 and 4.6, he'd be glad to have him on the football team, and you know, it'd just be a pleasure if you can find an exchange student like that. Hey, I'll tell you what I got this time. Where's Ryan DeFinn? There he is. Anybody know Ryan DeFinn? Listen to all the girls holler over there. I hear them. Hey, folks, Ryan has been nice enough to donate, holy cow, golly, a brand new radiator. This is for a 4-core GM. It's an old brass one. And folks, if you need help with a radiator, take it to Defense Radiator in Centralia, Illinois. It is the best place in town to take a leak. So you've got a leaky radiator, take it over to Ryan. He's over there. If I remember correctly, Ryan, it's just over past the overpass in Centralia, right there on the left-hand side. But Ryan, you got anything you want to give to the audience? No? Not right now? We'll do that a little bit later. Also, folks, hey, at this time, I would like to speak on behalf of the Marion County Fair. We know our neighbors to the north up there at Effingham County experienced a horrible tragedy this past week during their fair. The little girl that was there with the harness races experienced that accident. Well, we do have donation buckets set up for that family, the Finn family, up in Altamont. We have buckets at the fair office. I know Mel's Carousel said they have buckets set up at both of the locations in the infield and on the north end of the grandstand. And I believe other vendors have stuff set up as well. But all that donation will go right to the family. I know our fair board has been working very closely with their fair board and doing anything we can to help, and every little bit helps. So I just wanted to make that announcement as well. Once again, I want to thank WDML, Mr. Rockin' Ryan Roddy, for broadcasting live this evening. Roddy of WDML fame, also of Withers Broadcasting. We'd like to appreciate their sponsorship this year at the fair. Also like to thank Mr. Bruce Kropp. I'm sure Bruce is floating around here somewhere. Bruce has covered this fair extensively this week. It's been very, very appreciated by everyone involved and how much Bruce does, not only for the fair, but the entire community, for keeping us up to date of all the happenings around town. Cannot thank him enough. Want to thank the Salem Fire Department. I know they're on grounds. Any other of the fire departments that are here that I don't know personally, thank you for being here, because without our fire department present, we're not able to do this. Also like to thank Mr. Jared Hunter and United Medical for having their ambulances on grounds this evening, because literally, legally, without them, we cannot do this. We have to have an ambulance on grounds during the demo derby, just in case somebody gets hurt. But for those of you that do enjoy the demo derby circuit, folks, ours here tonight, and we always try to have a good time here and put on the best show that we can. Tomorrow night, if you're not going to come to the tractor pull here at the Marion County Fair, don't forget what the tractor pull is tomorrow night. But maybe that's not your cup of tea. You'd rather go watch a derby up at the Effingham County Fair in Altamont. They'll have a derby starting at 5:30. Also, Saturday, September 2nd at Patoka. Their start time, I believe, is 7 o'clock at Patoka. Hey, we got some shirts from Iuka State Bank. I forgot about that. We got them in front of the pit grandstand. We got them in front of the big grandstand. Anybody want a shirt over there? Make a little noise. And these girls, now be careful, you sitting in the reserve seats. Some of these kids have got arms on them now. Look at Sid up there, going high. Oh, Jace going with the deke. Thought we was going up to the top row, ended up going about 2 or 3 rows. Hey, does anybody in the top want one of these shirts that they're throwing out down here? Yeah. Jace, let's see if you can throw one through that little hole. Atta boy. Air that arm out there. Jace looks like Kurt Warner out there, hitting Isaac Bruce in stride. Oh, shoot. I'd like to thank Carson Smith and Iuka State Bank for those shirts. Appreciate the sponsorship from Iuka State Bank. I'd like to thank Iuka State Bank and the Big R Rule King for their announcer stand sponsorship. If anybody is interested in a announcer's booth sponsorship, talk to the Fair Board, and they will definitely work with you. Also, if anybody is interested in one of these signs for next fair, hit up the Fair Board. Any Fair Board member can put you in touch with the right person. And I'm not going to lie, folks, these things live forever. I was looking at pictures the other day. I was tagged in a picture of a derby from like 15 years ago, and I saw these signs in the background. You know, Mickey Crippen Trucking right there in the background. Been here forever. Hey, don't forget tomorrow, folks, also we got something new here at the Marion County Fair. We got a car and a truck show. That's right. Right here on the fairgrounds. There's truck and car classes. We're going to have cars all the way from 1900 to present. So that's what they're telling me. Registration starts at 10 a.m. I'm not sure what time the actual show starts, but just come out at 10 o'clock. We'll have concessions set up like Mel's Carousel, and the Elks will probably be here. It'll be a big time. Just come on out in the morning, and we'll see you then. During this intermission, we'll water the track here, make sure everything gets done. We're going to have a couple classes left. We'll start out with the light weld compact class next when we come back from intermission, and then the 80s and newer. There's the light. We got it. Hey, also like to thank, oh man, I almost forgot about this, ATVs and more. Man, if you guys need a side-by-side or a mower or a motorcycle or anything like that, go check out ATVs and more. They let me have a side-by-side all week if I said that, so I figured I'd better say it. But ATVs and more, I've got a 2021, what is that, Polaris that I'm driving that's for sale. So it's right behind the announcer's booth. You want to check it out, you go up there and talk to Joe Wagner and he'll take care of you. Tell him you heard about it and saw it at the fair. Who? The best of show of the last class.
Oh, you just said it was donated. You didn't say who was getting it. Yeah. Never mind. You talk.
All right, apparently I didn't hold that up for me. This radiator that's being donated by one Ryan Defend sitting up there, it's heavy. That's brass. That goes on a GM. It's a 4-core GM brass. That will go to the best of show in the modified class. Oh, I forgot where I did that, right? That will go to Devin Vanderveer from Defend Radiator. Best place in town to take a leak. Sorry about that, Ryan. I juggling a lot of plates up here. Spinning a lot of plates. Yeah, Devin Vanderveer, if you're out there, I've got a radiator for you, man. You want it. Congratulations. It's what you get for driving hard. 10 minutes? All right, Ivan says, compact light weld. Have your cars here in 10 minutes. 10-minute warning for the light weld class. So,
No.
I have no idea. Oh, I get wore out from pacing.
They made you another one. They hook you up, don't they?
Yeah. I'll make them a lot of money. Just got an update from the Elks Lodge. They said those tenderloin sandwiches are flying off the shelves, folks. If you haven't got one, you better get one quick. They are selling like pork tenderloin sandwiches should, I guess. When they're that good, it's hard to keep them up there. Also got a message from Mel's Carousel. They said this whole Josh special thing's working out pretty good. The old pulled pork nachos with a strawberry shake-up. They're just staying in stations and making those. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I bet it's been like right.
All right, best I can see, we're going to have 7 in this mini class, the modified minis, light weld minis, however you want to call it. We're looking for Caden Schaefer, Austin Rowcliffe, David Mitchell, Dane Webster, Paul Reed, Landon Furlong, and Levi Bowen. All right, compact class. Well, now I feel bad because I'm getting like a million messages because I signed out. right, light weld compact class. Go ahead and bring them to the track, boys. Light weld compact class. Boy, the aroma up here is... Yeah. What?
Just leave them alone, bud.
You can tell you're not ever up here with me. All right, compact cars, light weld. Go ahead and start making your moves, boys. We'll go ahead and bring them to the track. I had another one. I think Justin Patton might have been put in the wrong class. I think he's running tonight as well. Once again, we're trying to do this through Google, so that's exciting. That's Dane Webster in the 5397. All right, we got all kinds of them showing up now. Got David Mitchell out there somewhere in the Triple X. Justin Patton in the 413. Looking for 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking for 8 cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many we got out there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That looks like 8 to me. Let's see who we got here. Trying to get everything straight. I'm learning, folks. I'm learning. All right, we got Caden Schaefer in the 6812. We've got David Mitchell in the Triple X, Austin Rowcliffe in the 925. 5397's Dane Webster, Paul Reed in the R30. Landon Furlong in the Triple C, and Levi Bowen in the number 7. All right, 2, 4, 6, 8 cars. All right, Ivan, you ready? Every other flagger ready? All right, help me count them down, folks. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag, here we go. Oh, big shot in front of the grandstand there. Dane Webster. Dane Webster in that 5397 putting a big shot there. Over here in front of me, there's a Ringo hit by Levi Bowen. Oh, and then Bowen takes a shot from the 8212 of Caden Schaefer. Woo! Bowen takes another hit there for the 252 car. Or the 925, Austin Rowcliffe, I'm sorry. Rowcliffe in the 925, Justin Patton in the 413, Paul Reed in the R30, David Mitchell there in the Triple X. Woo, oh, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, oh, red flag, boys, red flag. Oh, let off, Austin, red flag, Need firemen on the scene. Need United Medical standing by, please. United Medical. All right. Woo! All right, let's have a big round of applause. Everybody's all right, right? I'm not even sure what number that was. Who was that?
I have no idea.
All right, we'll get all these cars off of here. We'll get the car turned back around. So he's not.
I haven't seen one do that. I've seen Cody flip on his side, but I haven't seen a.
All right, we'll get Dave out of here first. Slowly. Very good. We'll get David Mitchell out of there in the Triple X. We'll get all the cars out of the way. And down there on the north end. Now the 925. All right. Dave, chill out. Need a skid steer to the track, guys. Need a skid steer to the track. Judd, you got something? Here we go. Thank you. Can't tell. Hey, Roger. You got a number? Who that is? Do what? All right, we'll try to get Austin Rowcliffe and the 925 off of the car that's turned over. Tommy, watch out. Don't want you hurt. Tom, just pick that up yourself. All right, we'll see if we can get Austin out of there. Back up slowly. All right, hold on. We'll tag team this here. Whew. I believe that's Brandon Hockey in one of the skidders. Oh. Is that Cole Jessic in the other? Oh! Need a fireman on the scene. Need a fireman on the scene. See, this is why we had everybody back up. And we tried to do it. This is why we stopped everything. I'd like to thank all of our firemen for being on hand this evening. All right, Milo, we go ahead and push that off there. We'll go ahead and Brandon back up. Cole's going to push that off. We'll just get him off the track. We'll get the car off the track. We'll just pick it up. There you go. That way you got to roll. All right, and then we'll scrape the fuel off the dirt too, Roger. Scrape that up. Let's have Austin back up there. What's up, Delaney? We'll get Rowcliffe out of the way, and then we'll scrape up the excess fuel. So that way, in case anything else happens, it won't catch the dirt on fire. I'd like to thank Emily coming out this evening, taking some pictures. Emily Malagranda. Thank you, honey. If you guys want some good pictures tonight, go check out her Facebook page. Whew. We'll get all this cleaned up for you. Whew. So was that Furlong's car? Was that the Triple C? I still couldn't make heads or tails of it. Hey, Roger, was that a Triple C car? Is that his number? Yeah, Triple C, okay. The Triple C of Landon Furlong had Blake back riding alongside, and it looks like everybody's going to be all right. I'd like to thank, hey, when you build them to the rules, that's what those safety cages and stuff are for. That's why if you look in these cars, these guys have cages for instances like that for their safety. Big thank you to the firemen for being on the scene. Whew. All right. So, how about this light weld class, huh? Well, these guys putting on a show? All right. All right. Flaggers back to positions. Everybody ready? All right. Green flag, here we go. Yep, green flag. Austin Rowcliffe and that 925 just running hard. Here he goes. Putting a big hit there on Rowan. On Bowen, I apologize. Bowen takes a hit there from David Mitchell in the Triple X. Pushed him all the way on the north end. We got 5 cars still running. Austin Rowcliffe in the 925. He goes after David Mitchell and him going to put a hit there on Bowen on the north end. Justin Patton in the 413. Paul Reed in the R30. Reed out of Laclede, Illinois. Patton out of Sandoval, Illinois. Bowen out of Farina. Mitchell out of Salem. Rowcliffe. Man, I forgot where Rowcliffe's from. Centralia, Illinois. Rowcliffe putting a big shot, loses his front bumper. Puts a hit with his rear, loses his front bumper. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Oh, red flag, boys. Shut her down. Red flag, red flag. Red flag, nobody hurt. We got flaggers on the track here. Get that bumper out of the way. Now, folks, that's a 500-pound bumper. Roger Hunter picked it up like it's nothing. It's what working for the railroad to do to you. All right, flaggers back to positions. Green flag, green flag. Oh, David Mitchell going after Justin Patton up on the north end. Spins him around, tries to push him out of the arena up on the north end. Patton in the 413, Mitchell in the Triple X. Paul Reed in the R30. Meanwhile, Bowen and Rowcliffe hung up there in front of the north end. Oh, they may leave him. They've got Reed and Bowen both on the clock up on the north end. Patton and Mitchell here in front of me. Paul Reed in the R30. Mitchell and Patton going at it down on the south end. Paul Reed trying to get Bowen and Rowcliffe unstuck, and he does successfully. Mitchell and Patton on the south end. Reed, Rowcliffe, and Bowen rowing up on the north end. Rowcliffe on the clock on the north end. Levi Bowen in the 07. He puts a big hit there on David Mitchell. Here comes Paul Reed in that R30. Justin Patton in the 413. Austin Rowcliffe breaks off. Austin Rowcliffe gets 5th place. Justin Patton in the 413. David Mitchell in the Triple X. Paul Reed in the R30. Levi Bowen in the 07. All of them down here on the south end in front of me. Patton out of Sandal, Illinois. Looks like he lost his front driver's side tire. I bet he'll go get a new one at Jerry's Tire in Central City, Illinois. Bowen out of Farina. Reed out of Laclede. Mitchell out of Salem, Illinois. Patton trying to get it going. Patton says, hey, somebody spin me around. I got to go get a new driver's side front tire over at Jerry's Tire and Towing in Central City. Paul Reed says, well, I'm trying to figure this out. Milo Card says, hit somebody, Paul. Patton trying to dig himself in. David Mitchell and Justin Patton both stuck down there, it seems. Paul Reed, Levi Bowen, both running live. Paul Reed backing up. He's going to put a hit there on Mitchell. No, he puts a hit there on Patton. Patton trying to get out of there. David Mitchell being told to break off in the Triple X. Patton had a flame and now some smoke here in front of me. Let's see. Okay, so they're saying Mitchell breaks off and he's in 4th. Patton's in 3rd. Is that what you're saying, Milo? So we're down to 2 cars. Paul Reed in the R30. Levi Bowen in the 07. Tommy, is Mitchell in 4th? Patton in 3rd? The X 4th? 4th place, Patton will get 3rd. Okay, just wanted to clarify that. So Bowen breaks off. Paul Reed's going to be your champion out of Laclede, Illinois. Paul Reed in that R30, going with Levi Bowen in the 07, getting 2nd. A couple South Central folk up there, Laclede and Farina, I believe. Justin Patton in the 413 will get 3rd. David Mitchell in the Triple X will get 4th. So what a heat that was. Folks, let's give it up for our right weld mini class. Woo! Boys put on a show out there. Excellent work, guys. Very good. Thank you, Crippen. Hold on. Triple X? You know he's going to act stupid when I say this, right? right, folks. First place goes to Paul Reed. Second place, Levi Bowen. Third place, Justin Patton. Fourth place, and best of show goes to the Triple X of David Mitchell.
This one's at 80, the next one's at 80 and newer.
80s and newer. Oh, sorry, buddy.
So is life been relaxing since Tuesday?
All right, we'll go ahead and get the track cleared here in just a little bit, folks, and then we'll do the 80s and newer class. So, man, it's been a heck of a night so far, ain't it, folks? Shoo. We ain't had one flip in a long time here at the Marion County Fair. And then for it to burst into flames. I really hope that Wabash Catch TV West got that on tape or video, or my God, how old am I? On tape, Lord. But I hope they got that captured on film, and we'll be able to watch that on YouTube. Wabash Catch TV West. I'm sure that'll be all over Facebook as soon as that's uploaded. As soon as it is uploaded, I'd like to thank you all for viewing this evening. As soon as that is uploaded, we will have it out to the masses. I know the fair will share it, I will share it, and we will get that out. Oh, I just got a notification that we might get a brief shower. That'd be exciting. We'll see what the old radar looks like. No, I don't think that's going to happen. But Wabash, you guys looking at me? I know we've got the replay set up. I've been told. Jansen told me we got replay set up. Did you catch the flip? Yeah? Did we catch the fire? Oh, we caught both of them? Excellent. Folks, I'm telling you, YouTube, Wabash Catch TV West. Put it in your phone. Text it to your friends right now. Tomorrow, hopefully, sometime in the near future, it will be uploaded. And it will spread like wildfire. We're always glad to have Wabash Communications here at the Marion County Fair. I know they did the Queen pageant, and we appreciate that. I think that might be a pay-per-view, if I remember right. I don't know. And then I believe the 4-H show, the 4-H auction, might be on Wabash Catch TV West as well. So, you know, all this cool stuff out here at the Marion County Fair, Wabash is just trying to capture as much as they can for those that weren't able to make it, and that's very much appreciated. Hey, that's right. Excuse me. If Devin Vanderveer is out there, Devin, I know the family, so I mean, I'll find you, but it'd just be a lot easier if you'd come to me. Devin, if you're out there, you won a radiator for getting best of show in the modified class. That radiator was donated by Defend Radiator of Centralia, Illinois. Ryan Defend, hey man, that is the best place in town to take a leak. If you've got a leaky radiator, you contact Ryan Defend, and he We'll take care of you. I mean, this is a nice radiator, too. It's a 4-core GM. I mean, it's all brass. It's heavy. I have to get Roger Hunter up here to pick it up. It's so heavy. He picked up that 500-pound bumper earlier like it was nothing. All right, folks, once we get the track cleared, we'll have one last class. It will be your 80s and newer big cars. And I know there's some fan favorites in this class. These guys, some of these guys have been running here for many years. Some of them are former champions. Let's see, I'm talking about guys like, I'll tell you who's having a good summer, folks, is Jesse Fitzwater from Kim-Mundy, Illinois. I heard everybody talking about Jesse when he went over to, I think it was Monroe County. He got over there by himself. He had 9 on 1. He got down to 3rd place, I believe it was. And then he lost everything, so he's been putting on a heck of a show. He also got 2nd place over at Junction City, if I remember correctly. Carson Smith out of Salem, Illinois, going to be here, number 32. Jacob Hocking in the number 111 out of Kell, Illinois. Levi Dotson in the 711 out of Texaco, Illinois. Cody Phillips in the 224 out of here in Salem. Brandon Dotson in the 122 out of Texaco. We'll be in this along with Tanner Patterson in the 13P out of Odin. Also, Tyson Miner in the number 81 out of Odin. Tyson, I wanted to say he got 2nd 2 years in a row there. Tell you what I'll do. Yo. Hey. Will you see if I have my former winners in there? What do I do? Hey, hand me that microphone. No, you're right.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we got another guest in the house this evening. We got one of our neighbors to the east here, Mr. Darren Bailey's come to join us this evening.
Hey friends, God bless you. God bless Marion County. Are you ready to get Illinois back on track? Are you ready for fighters to represent you in government instead of always kowtowing to whatever's popular? Well, I want to let you know that Cindy and I are here, and we're going to keep fighting for you. We're taking this fight to D.C., and ever since we sued J.B. Pritzker and won 3 years ago, we're not stopping. So God bless you. Thank you for your support. You have an amazing fair over here, and good luck and have fun tonight and be safe. Thank you.
All right. Hey, Mr. Bailey, I met Mr. Bailey here for the first time Wednesday night. Mr. Bailey, can you tell us what you were doing over here Wednesday night?
Wednesday night, we're over here supporting the fair. We're supporting the 4-H auction. I am a farmer. That's all I've ever known is farming, and live over by just a little north of Xenia. So we are proud and honored to support 4-H and to support our children and our next generation. So thank you for having such a wonderful fair out here. Thank you for coming tonight and supporting the county fair, because many counties are struggling with what we're doing tonight. So God bless you and thank you, and I will always, always be there to support you and our future. I will never waver to the swamp, and I look forward to serving you very soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Darren Bailey out of Xenia, Illinois.
God bless and good night. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, buddy.
No, I appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem at all, buddy.
They're wondering if when I'm talking here, can they hear?
No.
But anyway,
It's rough crowd, trust me. It's a real rough crowd sometimes. But yeah, hey man, you ever see me with a microphone?
Okay.
Gotta take it.
Give you my card here tonight.
No, sir.
I thought I was out of them. So that is my cell 24/7 on anything.
Appreciate that very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What an honor.
Yeah, I saw Larry yesterday. hackathon
Yes.
down there in Compton. I said, hey, I ran into your old buddy. I said, which one? I said, Mr. Bailey. He goes, oh! He goes, I just talked to him last week. I said, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. He's a good one. He's a good one. We'll put that back on you. Thank you. But yes, sir, if there's anything we can ever do to help, just let us know. Alrighty, folks. Hey, don't forget, we got one heat left. So now, if you haven't got a pulled pork nachos or strawberry shake up from Mel's Carousel, or maybe a pork tenderloin sandwich from the Elks Lodge, now is the time to do that. Looks like you got a line about 3/4 mile long out here in the infield at Mel's Carousel. Whew. Hey, I'd like to also thank Little Egypt Brides out there out on the Midway. Those guys do a spectacular job. Always a pleasure to have them here at the Marion County Fair. Also, hey, I was telling you guys about this 80s and newer class, some of these guys that are driving. I had a guy come up and tell me that Jesse Fitzwater, who we'll see here in just a few moments, driving the number 17 car, just kind of made the car today. They had one and they ran it the other day and didn't really pan out, so they made one this afternoon, and the steering is backwards. So if he turns left, he's going to go right. So he's got a little adaptation there. Might take him a minute or two, but well, in my younger days, I used to have that problem too, but that was neither here nor there. All right, looks like we got the track cleared. So now, Ivan, you want any water? Are we good? Let's see. Ivan, you want any water on this track? No? Okay. All right. 80s and newer class. Go ahead and bring them to the track, boys. Go ahead and bring them to the track, guys. 80s and newer class. So, Jesse Fitzwater, Carson Smith, Jacob Hocking, Levi Dotson, Cody Phillips, Brandon Dotson, Tanner Patterson, all make your way towards the track at this time. We'll get all of our 80s and newer class out to the track, and we'll start this last heat. All right, boys, go ahead and bring him to the track. Go ahead and bring him to the track, guys. Jesse Fitzwater, Carson Smith, Jacob Hocking, Levi Dotson, Cody Phillips, Brandon Dotson, and Tanner Patterson. I see some movement up there on the north end. What?
He's Brandon Hocking. He's a famous TikToker. Yeah, he's here somewhere.
I've been told that Emo is here. Devo? Who?
No, BMO.
BMO. BMO's here. There's Jesse Fitzwater in the 17 car. It's an old, I believe that's an old cop car or ESTA car that he purchased. There's Carson Smith in number 32. So Tanner Patterson is 13B. Okay, I think that's what I want. All right, boys, go ahead and bring him to the track. We got 2 of them here. Oh, I'm good. Thank you, though. All right, let's see here. 13P, Tanner Patterson out of Odin, Illinois. Followed by Cody Phillips in the 224. There's the 111 of Jacob Hocking. There's 122, Brandon Dotson. Is that Levi right behind him? Yep, 711 Levi Dotson. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looking for 7 cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's all I'm looking for. All right, looks like I got the 7 I've been looking for. They're on my sheet. All right. Flaggers, hold on. Want to wait on Judd down there on the north end. Judd, you good up there? All right, here we go, folks. Help me count them down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag, here we go. Green flag, here we go. There's Levi Dotson in the 711, Brandon Dotson in the 122. Cody Phillips in the 224. Jacob Hocking in the 111. Brandon Fitzwater in the 17. Carson Smith in the 32. Tanner Patterson in the 13P car. Trying to find somebody to hit. Trying to figure out where the battle lines are going to be drawn here. Levi Dotson in that 711 swinging her down on the south end. Cody Phillips putting a big hit down there on the north end. On Tanner Patterson. Carson Smith puts a shot there on Jacob Hocking. Tanner Patterson in that 13P creeps down to the middle of the track. Revs it up real hard. Puts a shot there on Jacob Hocking on the north end. Carson Smith with a big hit in that 32 car. Carson Smith in the 32. Red flag, ho, 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 ho! Red flag, ho! Red flag, boys! Watch your flaggers! Watch your flaggers! All right, green flag, here we go. Cody Phillips put a hit there. Tanner Patterson puts a pretty good shot there on Carson Smith. Carson Smith trying to repay the favor here in front of me. No, my mic's still working. I just hadn't really had anything to talk about here in the last 5 or 10 minutes. A lot going on up on the north end. It's like Tanner Robinson. Is that Carson Smith up there as well? I can't see from my vantage point. Patterson gets out of there. Smith gets out of there as well. Carson Smith trying to put a big hit there on Patterson. Here comes Carson. Hold on, boys. Oh, he let off to not hit the door. Big shot there by Cody Phillips in that 224 car. Tanner Patterson puts a big shot here in Carson Smith right in front of me. Carson takes a little exception, then takes a shot from Cody Phillips. Jesse Fitzwater still trying to learn how to drive that car with the reverse steering in the number 17. Tanner Patterson in the 13 peak. Jesse Fitzwater in the 17. Jacob Hocking in the 111. Carson Smith in the 32T. Brandon Dotson in the 122. Levi Dotson in the 711. And Cody Phillips in the 224. All 7 cars still running live. I take that back. I think Hocking's on the clock in front of me. Jacob Hocking in the 111, trying to get her fired here in front of me now. On the clock. Flagger Roger Hunter got him on the clock in front of me, still taking a shot. Hocking breaks off. We're down to 6 cars. Down to 6 cars. Patterson in the 13P, Fitzwater in the 17. Both the Dotsons up on the north end, trying to push Carson Smith. Brandon in the 122, Levi in the 711. Fitzwater going down there to help a little bit. Carson trying to get out of the way. He's running into walls, just trying to get it. Goes nose to nose with Tanner Patterson up on the north end. Then takes a shot from Levi Dotson. Carson's going to break off. We're down to 5 cars. Down to 5 cars. You got 2 Dotsons, a Fitzwater, a Patterson, and Cody Phillips down on the south end. Looks like Cody's lost all kinds of steering. He's a sitting duck. He has no steering whatsoever. He's just trying to get spun around so he can get a legal hit. Cody says, dude, hit me. Spin me around. Patterson says, okay. Be more than happy to. I'll just try to pin you in a corner. Patterson trying to get Phillips straightened out so he can get down here with the other cars. Here comes, hold on. Oh. So Patterson helping out Phillips. Lost his transmission. Looks like he can't get her in gear. Patterson breaks off. We're down to 4 cars. We're down to 4 cars as Patterson breaks off. 2 Dotsons, a Phillips, and a Fitzwater. Still running hard. Tough break for Patterson as he goes down there to help Cody Phillips and then loses his tranny. Levi Dotson in the 711. Brandon Dotson in the 122. Cody Phillips in the 224. Jesse Fitzwater in the number 17 car. Jesse Fitzwater and Levi Dotson on the north end. Cody Phillips, Brandon Dotson here in the middle of the track. Levi putting a shot there on Fitzwater, takes a shot from Phillips. Pretty much Dotson's against Phillips and Fitzwater. We'll see how it plays out here in the final 4 of this 80s and newer heat. I've been telling Jesse Fitzwater to hit somebody, hit him hard. Jesse says, all right, I'm just trying to figure out my steering. Oh, Phillips and Fitzwater go nose to, or butt to butt there. Fitzwater spins it around, trying to get to a Dotson, couldn't quite get it, split the both of them. Jesse Fitzwater been running this whole heat with backward steering that he's not practiced with, they tell me. Just trying to figure it out. Cody Phillips in the 224, Levi Dotson in the 711, Brandon Dotson in the 122, Jesse Fitzwater in the number 17. Fitzwater spins Brandon Dotson around. And he takes a shot at Levi as well. Cody Phillips with that black smoke rolling, trying to get it fired up. Cody Phillips in that 224 on the clock in front of the pit grandstand. 2 Dotsons still alive, and so is the Fitzwater. Phillips on the clock. Fitzwater spins around, puts a shot there on the rear end of Levi Dotson. Cody Phillips still on the clock on their north end. Jesse Fitzwater got his work cut out for him now. He's tangling with both Dotsons. Fitzwater puts a shot there, takes a shot from Brandon Dotson. Got 2 Dotsons and a Fitzwater still running wild. Jesse Fitzwater and that number 17 puts a shot there on Levi Dotson. Then takes a shot from Brandon Dotson. Cody Phillips being told to break off. Cody Phillips going to get 4th place. We're down to 3 cars. Down to 3 cars. Brandon Dotson in the 122. Levi Dotson in the 711. Jesse Fitzwater in the number 17. Both Dotsons just pushing Fitzwater into the wall. Jesse says, hey, I don't care if there's a dead car in my way or not, I'll get out of it. All right, boys, let off of him now, let off of him. Jesse Fitzwater trying to get out of there. Heck yeah. Fitzwater doing all he can. Both them Dotsons trying to tie him up, making sure he ain't going nowhere. They may have him now if they just leave him alone, but they hit him, and I think that now Jesse may have a little bit more of a chance. If they'd have left him alone, I think he would have had him. May come back to haunt him. I hate that they're not letting him. Yeah, Jesse! Fitzwater, and a roar comes from the crowd. Definite crowd favorite, number 17, Jesse Fitzwater out of Kim Mundy, Illinois. Levi and Brandon Dotson out of Texaco. Brandon Dotson puts a shot there on Fitzwater. Jesse ain't giving up. Jesse gonna back up, he's trying to get over that wall, and he does. Jesse Fitzwater. Boy, they ain't gonna let up. Fitzwater, he had 9 of them on him the other night over at Monroe County. He's got a couple of Dotsons that are all over him right now. Fitzwater, little cat and mouse game here between Levi Dotson and Jesse Fitzwater. Jesse says, which way we going? Here comes Brandon Dotson as he puts a shot on him. Not sure what will happen if Jesse goes out, because we'll see. We may not have to worry. You never know. Boom! Hit by Jesse Fitzwater on Brandon Dotson right in front of the grandstand. Jesse Fitzwater spinning around, going nose to nose with Levi Dotson this time. Jesse needs to paint his car red, white, and blue, because them colors don't run. Jesse out of Gibbon, Illinois, in that number 17 car. The Dotson boys out of Texaco, Illinois. Or Salem, I'm not sure where they're located now. Brandon puts a shot there on Fitzwater. Levi holding him, make sure he don't back up. And Fitzwater gets away again. He is slippery. Dodges Brandon, puts a shot there on Levi. Fitzwater doing a heck of a job. He's giving her all he's got. Putting on one heck of a show so far this evening. I think that Jesse has lost all steering now. He had a little bit earlier, but I think his steering is completely gone. He's just going back and forth and hitting what he can. Fitzwater takes a shot from Levi in the back, Brandon in the front. Fitzwater going to try to come down here. He has no steering. Oh, no, look out, Tommy. Look out, Tommy. Brandon, that was your dad, man. That was your dad, dude. Woo! Tommy Dotson still got it, though, folks. Tommy Dotson still got it. He can still move. Brandon Fitzwater breaks off. We're down to 2 Dotsons. And we're down to 2. Brandon puts a hit there on Levi. I'd like to see him line them up. I remember it's been probably 15, 20 years ago. Their father and Cliff Phillips lined it up on each end in the Derby, and it was still one of the most awesome things I've ever seen. Oh! Brandon puts a shot there on Levi, and I think Brandon might have took the worst brunt of it. A little chess game between the two of them. Both of them looking at each other like, what are we going to do? Brandon says, I'm going to try to get you on a dead car, and we'll see how that works out for me. Levi says, no, ain't going to happen. I taught you how to drive, brother. We'll see how this goes. Little sibling rivalry here. Levi in the 7-Eleven, Brandon in the 122. Oh! Levi said, I'm sorry, brother, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you in the door. Brandon says, don't worry, there will be a receipt for that. You just wait, brother. Brandon in that 122 puts a shot on the front wheel of Levi in that 7-Eleven. Both of them spinning around. Oh, Levi trying to get him from the back end. Brandon drove right through him. Levi Dotson in that 7-Eleven throwing a little mud over there on flagger Roger Hunter. Brandon Dotson in that 122 trying to get her fired. Got that black smoke puffing out, and he gets her going. Brandon on the clock once again. He's going to break off. That's it, boys. Brandon Dotson will get second place. Levi Dotson will be your first place 80s and newer class champion. Big round of applause for the 80s and newer class. Levi Dotson in first. Brandon Dotson in second. Jesse Fitzwater in third place. Cody Phillips in fourth place. And Tanner Patterson will get fifth. We'd like to thank you all for coming out to the Marion County Fair this evening. Don't forget, tomorrow night we've got the tractor pull in front of the grandstand. Starts at 7 o'clock, so be here, and we'll have a good time. Still waiting.